Survive Poisoned Productions.
So today we are going to be talking about the different adhesives that you might come across, you might find, you might want to get for Halloween. I know these videos are like a little bit late, so you might have gotten your stuff already, but that is, you know, my life. I'm just late to the party all the time. So I think the first thing we should start with is the most common one, obviously liquid latex. Bitch, let's just get real. This is a 16-ounce bottle, which is about $40 for this one thing. Ouch. But I do use it all the time, so it's one of those things, it's like worth it, but it's just like still sucks. So I haven't actually had the chance to use Mayron's liquid latex, but I have used a lot of Graftobians, and Graftobians is really, really good. I had 4 8-ounce bottles and 2 that were like more of a white color and 2 that were more of a skin color one, and I would just say go with like the clear looking white one, just because like unless you have really dark skin, they might make a dark skin latex. I'm not actually sure on that one, but realistically you're going to have to powder it and paint it no matter what your skin tone is, so I would just get like the regular basic white one, because you're not like saving yourself any time by getting a skin colored one, because it's not going to actually match your skin. Some people use tissues, and by tissues they mean Kleenex, which is super confusing because I always thought it was like tissue paper for like presents, you know what I mean? And that stuff doesn't work that well because it's like crunchy and crinkly. Kleenex would work better because it's like softer. Just remember to, this isn't Kleenex, this is a makeup wipe, but just to show you. Dun, dun, dun. So say this is our Kleenex, you would need to split the Kleenex in half so that they're 2 really thin papers. I can't do that with this makeup wipe because it is literally just 1 sheet. And then with each of those 2 sheets that you have, what you want to do is twist the ends like this. And I won't be able to do it because this is a makeup wipe and not a tissue. Well, this is awkward. Pretend that this paper towel that I found next to me is the 2 pieces of Kleenex that we were talking about. You want to bunch the ends up where the straight lines are, twist it and rip it off. You can do it in multiple pieces too, it doesn't matter, so that it is jagged, so that when you unfold it, it's not a straight line, it's all like bumpy and stuff. It will hide into your skin better than a straight line will. I did find this out from Mikey Glam and Gore here on YouTube, and I've used it multiple times, and it is way better than just using a straight line. It is so hard to cover straight lines and it's so hard to blend them, but when it's jagged, your eye doesn't notice it as much because it just kind of blends into the makeup. So if you're going to use Kleenex or tissue paper, but Kleenex, I would definitely use that method with it. It will make your makeup application, not appliance, what are we talking about, kitchen? Your application of your makeup a lot smoother, a lot better, just easier to work with in general. The second thing you need are cotton balls. I live for, that's my unopened bag, I don't know why I grabbed that one. I live for cotton balls. I use them in almost every look. Now, I didn't know, but there are different grades of cotton balls. Some of them don't unravel nicely like this. If you can't get your cotton ball to get in a nice line like this, you probably have really cheap, shitty cotton balls, and don't use them. They are so hard to work with. I had ones, I've thrown them out now, but like they wouldn't unravel in a nice thing like this. They would like chunk out, like it was just a bunch of like small pieces of cotton just kind of like stuck together. Oh my god, it was awful. You can't do anything with that. You need one that you can really like separate and mold into like different shapes quite easily, so that when you apply it to your face, you can really easily like smush it around and make it work. Definitely just go for the higher grade cotton balls, girl. I found mine at my local grocery store. Those are the best ones that I found. Do not get them from Sally's Beauty Salon, and do not get them the Quo brand, like Quo. I don't know how you actually say that, but don't get those 2 brands. I'm sorry, I don't mean to throw no tea, no shade. but they just aren't good for regular makeup use. They're probably really good for like doing your nails and stuff like that when you need like to wipe off stuff with cotton, but just not for liquid latex. You really need that like luscious, voluminous cotton balls. You know what I'm saying? The second adhesive that we're gonna talk about is spirit gum. Now, I went ahead and bought this big old jar of it, but chances are your local Halloween store is not going to have the big jars of it, but it will have these like little jars. But do not worry, because they last a long time. This lasts me like, it depends how much you use it, but honestly it lasted me like 6 months, just because I didn't use spirit gum like that often, but still quite enough. Like if you do a bunch of jewels on your face, like this won't go down hardly at all because you don't need that much of it. But if you cannot get spirit gum, or you're just like don't want to buy it, you can use regular eyelash glue, which I don't have. I do have it near me. Hi. You can use just regular eyelash glue. That will work too. It just won't have as good of hold as spirit gum does. Spirit gum is just stronger than eyelash glue. And because eyelash glue is obviously for your eyelashes, most of the glues for it are flexible, which means like when you like flap your eyes, like the glue is slightly flexible, so your eyelashes can like move slightly but not come off. And that isn't really the greatest quality to have when you're trying to like stick gems on and stuff that you don't want to move and you just want them to sit there and like be on your face. So I would definitely suggest using spirit gum over eyelash glue, but if you're like, I'm not going out and buying that stupid shit because I'm only needing it for one day, then you can definitely make eyelash glue work. The last adhesive I'm going to talk about is Pros-Aide, and just because I haven't had a chance to actually work with it yet, I can't really say that much about it, which might be super useless, but I have heard that like this is kind of more of a heavier, dutier glue than like liquid latex or spirit gum. That's what I've heard through the grapevine. It kind of like depends what you're doing with it. Like if you're applying like horns or something straight to your head that you need to glue down, I've heard that like this works slightly better for that just because it's stronger. But for things like applying bald caps, liquid latex will do the trick. But then also for like smaller things like gems and jewels or feathers or like decorative things on the face like lace or anything like that, spirit gum will do the trick really well. So it just depends what you're gonna use it for. And I mean, while we're on the topic, let's talk about bald caps. So this is a $10 bald cap that I bought, and this is a Dollarama bald cap that I bought. Now let's just look at the shape of this. I don't know whose head is this shape. Oh, maybe Toad from Mario. His shape is like that. His head is like this, isn't it? Oh my god. He could wear this bald cap, girl. Fierce. I actually can't use it this way because it makes like these two bulbous weird things on the side of my head, girl. I'm just gonna toodaloo. Da, 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 da. Like, it does these like weird wrinkles. This one actually fits me better than the other one I tried. But anyways, and like there's not a lot you can do about it. Like you can't really, like you'd have to weirdly cut it and hold it. Like I'm pulling it in such weird spots. I'm not sure if you could fix that by cutting it and gluing it in the proper way. I'm not sure, maybe you could. But what I did is I put it on this way, like not like this, like this. And then basically you just get a little weird spot at the very top, but usually for videos that's okay. And this little piece is a lot easier to like fix by like gluing the back down quite well, and usually you can't really tell that much in a video. If you're going out, I would definitely say splurge and get the $10 one because $10 isn't that much. This one I think was $2 or $1 and you totally get what you pay for, but I was just like interested. I'm like, why does Dollarama even have bald caps? Like I didn't even know they had such nonsense. So I was just curious to see what it looked like. So this is the $10 one, and it is definitely thicker than that one and a lot bigger, so you can work with it a lot more. Like these ones are always like huge on my head. Like what? Oh, and I put it on backwards. Hi. Okay, so these are always like huge on my head, but that's okay because you can like cut it and then glue it all down, and there's like no real worry that like you can't make it work, you know what I mean? Like this bald cap is super easy to work with. And honestly, when November 1st comes around, I'm going to hit up my local Halloween store and buy a bunch of $10 ones just so that I have them stocked up because they are really good quality. At your Halloween store, you will also find I think it's a $6 one, a $6 bald cap. Now I don't have any with me, but they aren't as good as the $10 ones, but they're better than the Dollarama ones. So, I mean, it's up to you. But for me personally, if you're doing like one night where you're gonna do a bald cap look, you might as well just splurge and spend the $10 and get like a good one rather than like fighting with like a cheaper one and trying to make it work. Also, if you have prosthetics, like any of these like woochy ears and stuff or anything like that, I mean, I would probably use Pros-Aide now that I have it, but I wouldn't just go out and buy Pros-Aide if you just need it for like one little thing. So they look like this. They're liquid latex usually. They're made of like, they're obviously not liquid latex, but they're made out of latex. And if you're going to apply them, what I usually do is I put spirit gum on the inside of the appliance and then apply that. These ones are ear ones, so then I'd apply that to my ear. And then usually to seal the edges, I take some liquid latex and a sponge that I don't care about, and I will sponge it on around where the edges are. Now on the ears ones, that would be difficult, but like for any nose pieces or mouth pieces or like horns or anything like that, I would go around the edges with a bunch of liquid latex just so that it blends into the skin really well and also has that like second layer of protection, just because it is something that is sitting on your face that like needs to be stuck down. So doing a layer of spirit gum and a layer of liquid latex usually holds them better than just doing one or the other. But yeah guys, I just thought I would quickly come on here and explain to you the differences between the different like glues that we have for the face. Because sometimes I know it can just be a little bit confusing reading up on all of it on the internet rather than just having like a quick video that explains it all. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Instagram, poisoned_productions, just to see a bunch of the different crazy looks I've been doing. And I think that's it, that's all. And I will talk to you guys in my next video.